Yeah, and Durban City with a share of the spoils tonight, still looking good in third. We go to the bottom half.
When you look at the bottom half, Chippa United now finds themselves with only a point, which is the point that they got in the first game. Now the pressure has changed hands now between Richards Bay and then Chippa United. Richards Bay imported win, getting maximum points in today's game, and Orbit will be a little bit worried also on 3 points. But let's not forget Magesi only playing tomorrow. The pressure's on them.
Yeah, looking at that bottom four, I think they'll be hoping that they won't be there after 10 games, and it's important that they get their story right. For Richards Bay, very important. Orbit College as well, a lot of lessons will be learned. Today they look good for most periods, but at this level you need to be good throughout the whole game. As the game gets on, gets stretched, you see the defenders are literally parked in their own box, they don't push up anymore. So that's the demands of the level, and that's when you start getting found out as the season progresses.
Yeah, we go to the Orlando Stadium where we said the point of reference for the Buccaneers in terms of a team that's newly promoted into top flight football was last season, Magesi Football Club. Same results in that encounter because it was a 1-0 victory for Orlando Pirates. They do it again tonight at home. Not as free-flowing, not as easy as they would have liked it.
I think I also need to give credit to the coach. I'll come back to that. Good technique, Siema. Look how high the centre backs of Orlando Pirates are. That ball over the top, question of offside, not offside. That cut back when it goes in from Sibelebele, first touch to control. But this says a team that is compact, a team that stays together, a team that keeps the distances close to each other. When a clearance is made from open play and the defender finds himself outside the D and is able to do that, top quality, top talent, Siema, well taken goal.
And in the build-up, we're talking about the spaces, and this is why I said for Orbit College, that distance between your defenders and your midfielders is so important throughout the game to give you a chance of getting something out the game. And I mentioned Bogazi getting the shot. I didn't realize Usiema had that in the locker as well.
Yeah.
So please forgive me, sir. I had no idea you have that much quality. So he's done so well in terms of, as Musa mentioned, to squeeze the pitch as the plays develop. But that was caused by Pirates, to be fair, because in the second half there's changes, there's fresher legs. Now there's more runners in behind. Orbit College are forced to track runners. They find themselves in one straight line, and Siema sets himself up brilliantly. Lovely control of the technique and a great finish.
Yeah, precisely what we were talking about. Maybe a change, bringing on those fresh legs as well, was going to really spark this game to life after chance went to begging.
I'm loving Sibelebele's positioning in the final third. Always sniffing around, always waiting to react the quickest when the ball drops in the box. I thought the wrong decision by Tito. Why are you taking a touch? He scored a beautiful goal against Marumo with that late run, and he takes it first time, he gets the goal. This time, he wants to take a touch. It skids a little bit onto him. And then the first touch is not good enough, not close enough to himself. And they make sure that they clear that is Orbit in this instance. But Tito should be taking that first time, then he gets his goal.
Yeah, good. I mean, look, I think it's quite unlucky. I mean, it's come on a little bit too hot. And he's obviously running towards it. I mean, with this free kick, obviously, if you hit the target, you always have a chance, but you have to obviously clear the wall. I
think one thing that the coach did well of Orlando Pirates was the ability to read his bench, the ability to go to his plan B. His plan B was more of a ball-playing 6 in Mbata in that midfield. Then you've got an 8 that is like a Mbule that slows the tempo down, takes it a little bit higher when he wants to, and a 10 of Tito. So those are 3 midfielders that are ball-playing. Then you've got the speed of Moremi and the speed of Sibelebele on the other side. That's what the changes that the coach made gave him the control of the game that he would have loved.
Yeah, it wasn't all one-way traffic, right? I mean, we spoke about the opportunities as well for the visitors, and that's Orbit College. Just take a look at this. Will they be looking back and say, maybe we should have made more of the opportunities that we did have? Needed to be a little bit more precise.
Yeah, and this is where, I mean, this is a wonderful shot, to be fair. I think they've done well to obviously squeeze the pitch. Lovely pressing, does well to hit the target. But again, if they're going to have a chance in this league, it's final the quality. It's all good and well being brave, playing out the back, midfield. But in that last third, that's where your money is made. That's where your survival eyes. And again here, unfortunately, Lucien, a little bit naive in terms of that. First touch is a bit too heavy. He panics a little bit, gets dispossessed, but does well to then remedy the situation. And for me, I thought it was a solid performance for him otherwise, and should have earned, could have been man of the match.
I think that's the beauty of having two young defenders with speed. One of them in Siyama, this instance, makes a mistake and makes a loose pass inside. But Mokaz is already on his bike waiting to go and rescue. And that quick reaction, explosive speed, just to get to that ball and assist his partner, that partnership is growing. When one presses high, the other one is dropping off. When the one goes man marking, the other one is dropping off. And that's something that is growing with every game that they play together.
Oh, so the Buccaneers celebrating that victory after losing their first two encounters this season have now won their last two. Great stuff. Now let's go to the Danny Craven Stadium. Stellenbosch finally getting their victory.
Yeah, well earned as well. At home, I think you can see the relief on Coach Stevie Barker's face. I think it was important to get that first win under their belts because they have worked hard. They do work hard and they're very, very disciplined. And obviously the quality, to see games through. Ruby, obviously a bit disheartened with the loss, and he's been fantastic for them. I felt he's pulled off some amazing saves to keep his side in the fixture, but unfortunately not enough today. And the Staleys can have a much better night tonight.
They certainly can. And you talk about Arubi as well. He was celebrating being a centurion. His 100th encounter appearance for Marumo Gallants in the PSL. But that was the difference in the game today.
Unlucky not to celebrate it with a clean sheet.
Yeah.
But look at how relentless Stellenbosch were, chasing the ball down, recycling it, and then Pili having that shot, he ends up putting it in the back of the net. A well-taken shot. This young man is doing well, second of the season in all competition. He must continue grafting. And that's why I say Coach Stevie Barker always finds the next one. And he comes in now and is becoming more important for the team.
Yep. In KZN, things were looking really bleak for Richards Bay Football Club. The Natal Ridge boys were rooted at the bottom of the table before this clash, so they knew they had to put in a really great performance, garner maximum points at home to change the complexion of their season so far, and they did just that.
They needed to. They needed to force a result, especially playing at home.
Yep.
Misunderstanding, no communication. Not clear in terms of what they want to do. That is Chippa United at the back. Yes, a little bit of a nudge coming from Gabadino Mango. And that's what a striker does sometimes. You gamble. And the gamble works in this instance. He turns around and he rolls it into the back of the net. That's the maximum point that they needed. The first 3 points at home. Now it was a 6-pointer. You take away from the opponents the 3 and then you take the 3 yourself, and well taken. A goal by Mango gives the maximum points.
Oh yes, maximum points, clean sheet, fantastic. Same can be said at the Mbombela Stadium. The Rockets, 2 goals. They were celebrating that going into the break. Were able to maintain it and keep that clean sheet as well for the victory.
Yeah, good delivery to first of all hit the right area, which is what happens, and now can you be brave enough to sort of get your head on it? Mahlambi is aggressive. He's got pressure, but he still does well to sort of get his head in ahead. And this second goal is just epic, in terms of counter-attack football, transition football, when you want speed. Look at the runners. The runs are good, they're aggressive, they're causing problems, and you've got the quality on the ball, to offload the ball at the right time. Very, very important, especially at full speed. And that is a finish of the highest quality. Bearing in mind, he just sprinted just about the whole length of the pitch, still have the sort of the capacity, mental presence to know exactly where to stick the ball. It's real good quality and fully deserved a couple of goals for him.
Characteristic of a TS Galactic team: hard running, ability to run beyond the last man, transitional team with a lot of speed, good capacity, VO2 max capacity, very good. I think after that hat-trick from Ditejani, he provides an assist. Mahlambi gets a brace in tonight's game, and they celebrate with their supporters. Maximum points and 6 points in the last 2. Great.
Yep. Fantastic night indeed for TS Galaxy, back to back. And Omar Khambi, I mean, first he celebrates his first ever top flight goal with that first one, and then he completes it with a brace. Wonderful performance this evening. So that is the story of how the matches actually played out tonight. And it continues. The other teams in the league, the last 3 encounters in terms of match day 4 come to you tomorrow. Look at this lineup live and in high definition. It is Kaizer Chiefs, Mamelodi Sundowns should be a sellout at Soccer City. Sekhukhune United up against AmaZulu Football Club, and Golden Arrows Magesi FC. Again, encounters that are not going to be easy.
Yeah, not easy at all. I think this is bubbling nicely in terms of being highly competitive and a lot of quality expected. Obviously, Chiefs, marquee game, Chiefs and Sundowns. Looking forward to seeing what happens. But Sekhukhune as well. They're in a wonderful position. AmaZulu desperate for results. So there's so much to look forward to.
It's going to be entertaining. Yo.
A Kaizer Chiefs team that is sitting on top of the log. I think over the weekend I saw Coach Nabi at Lucas Muripe going to do his homework. Nabi is back. If you thought Kaizer Chiefs are dangerous, they were without their coach in the 3 out of 3. He's back now to add that little cream on top. I'm looking forward to that game. They say 58,000 tickets sold already. It's going to be humdinger.
It certainly is. Nabi's back. All right. And the action continues. We know that you'll be right there with us at the home of football to savor it all. It's been a fantastic evening. Thanks for all of you.